came away from this one with something to play for still, which we're confident we can now. And you know, we're disappointed with the goal that we're giving away, but I think with a little bit more belief and positivity in our play, lads know that they can go and play at that level against this side. And second half, you may see second leg, you may see a different belief in ourselves.
Do you think there was a sort of lack of belief in the first half, perhaps?
I think there was an edginess, there was a nervousness, which is understandable, you know, and that comes from the surroundings as well. You know, I think there's nervousness everywhere. Once we started to get the ball down, once we started to move it quicker, we started to create 1 or 2 chances, and you know, I was pleased as the game was going on. We were coming more and more into it, and I think we can be pleased with what we've done tonight, making sure that the upside is still there for us.
Did you look back in the second half especially, did you, I mean, look at the dominance that you had, did you reckon that you could have that much dominance in the end of the tournament?
Yeah, I thought we could have dominated that a little bit more, and I think that we could have set the tone right from the off, but there is a certain of feeling each other out, if you like, and you know, we were in a frame of mind where we didn't really want to make the mistake, rather than being a little bit more positive and saying, well, hang on, I can play at this level, I can play against these players, I'm happy being here, I feel at home, and you know, I think that lads are in there a little bit disappointed because they know that we could have gone and created 1 or 2 more chances for ourselves.
Have you looked at your own decision to not play Alan and not play Kieran from the start? You feel that the right decision, or the fact that
yeah, very much the right decision. And as the game was going on, to introduce them and you know, maybe open them up when tiredness was going to set in. And I think it was important. I think Jeff came in, did very well. He was backed up by Alan Keane, and knowing he would probably get on later on. The second leg, you know, we'd maybe go there with a different frame of mind, but it was important we came away from the showgrounds tonight still intact and being able to do something with the second leg.
When Kieran came on, you think to make a difference as well, so you must be pleased with his recent form.
He did, he's a flair player, and you know, if I'd have started him from the start when their players were fresh, he may not have had that same impact. And you know, again, that was my plan, to go and introduce him maybe a little bit later on, to go and get at the fullbacks, to go and pick little spaces that were opening up, and he went and did that. It was the impact, the substitutes gave us a real good impact, and that's what it's about, the squad game. You know, next week we may start with a totally different lineup. The players have got to be ready.
And the injured lads will be ready for next week, Raf or Danny North and the ones.
I hope so. I hope 1 or 2 to have them back, and it gives us. They're all forward-thinking players as well. Danny, Aaron Green, Raf Gritto, and that will give us a lot more options in those forward areas. So again, exciting. If we can get 1 or 2 back, gives us more options.
Were they close at all even for this game? Were they close, those guys, Raf, Danny? I mean.
Well, Raf really would have come in on having had 1 training session in 6 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Not really enough time for that, but a good week under his belt this week. Who knows? Danny North felt a little soreness still around the tendon of his hamstring. Was playing 3 games in 7 days, but it was a necessity. With Anthony Eldy being out, Dave McMillan hadn't come in by then, so you know, he had to go and do that. So, you know, hopefully another week and he'll be fine.
Did you see anything in the opposition's way that you think might be able to exploit?
Yeah, certainly. Nothing to fear going there. Just concentrating at the right times. You know, when you have got good possession of it, that's when you're at your most vulnerable. You know, they almost wait for the mistake and then break quick. That's the fear for us there. That again, if we start the second leg too wide open, they could go put it beyond us very early on. So again, we're more positive. We know we can go there with the confidence, and as that game goes on, I think we can get forward that little bit more.
Aaron Clyburn was forced off. Is there any update on that?
No, he just had a bit of cramp really. I think he went and put in a good work. Don't forget, we played virtually 3 days ago there in hot sun. It was a big demand, it was a big ask, which is the reason for for maybe Alan Keane not starting. Maybe Kieran Jalali as well. And it's a squad game. You've got to pick and choose your games, and you can't play the same 11 week in, week out. It's just not possible nowadays. The game's too quick. The game's too demanding.
Ian, your first game in the Champions League. What's your own feeling and your own reaction to all that?
I'm disappointed we've lost, but I'm proud of what the players have gone and done there. You know, from the St Pat's game to go on 48 hours intense work on how the opposition play, to turn themselves around, rest and recuperate, to go and put in the shift they've gone and done there. It was magnificent. I'm proud of each and every one of them, and not just the ones that went and started and played. The whole squad, those that weren't involved, they backed everybody to the hill, and that's what it's about. It's not about one person.
Was the nature of the Molde goal upsetting?
Yeah, because we'd spoken about the danger of the ball being put in behind us. And then when I think we recovered from that and didn't force the player back. I mean, he's picked his spot in the far corner, and if you do that with good players, you give them that half a yard extra, they'll go and find the corner. And that was the disappointing thing, that once we got him going backwards, we didn't keep on his tail there, and we allowed him to turn, get the half a yard, and then it makes it very, very difficult.
No League of Ireland club has ever gone through in the Champions League after losing the first leg at home. So there's 50 years of history against you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Does that mean it's impossible?
No.
We spoke about this yesterday.
It means it's improbable.
Well, okay, if the odds are against us, great. I love beating the odds.
Can you rewrite history?
Why not? Why not? Yeah? Of course you can. We're 1-0 down. Take the first goal at their place, a little bit of edginess in front of their own fans. Why not? Bit of belief. My players are good enough to go and play in this level. My players are good enough to go and get an away goal. My players are good enough to go and rewrite history. Make no mistake.
You know, they thought the pitch was a bit sticky and said it might be a bit wetter next week. Would you prefer that, to stick a bit slicker?
It suits our game, certainly. It probably suits them as well, but if we move it quickly the way we can do, if we receive it on the half turn and look forward and be positive, that suits us. And you know, we tried to water the pitch as much as we could. We prayed for rain. Didn't quite work.